Hello friends and welcome to the tutorial. Today we are going to be drawing a tiger using the Picasso Tab and Sketchbook Pro. I'm going to be starting off with a pencil sketch for my own reference, which I have taken a photo of using the tablet's camera and then imported that photo into Sketchbook Pro. I have placed that photo onto a layer and then put that layer's opacity down, and this will be our starting point. You can work from a photo sketch or draw straight into the app, it's up to you. Let's start drawing the tiger. To begin, I created a new layer for the sketch and sketched the outline of the tiger. It's always a good idea to get into the habit of working in multiple layers for each stage of the drawing. I like to use a coloured line for sketching. Today I have picked orange, and I began the tiger by drawing a straight line that will form the top of his nose. From there, I constructed the tiger one line at a time. I find it's easier to work on all of the main outlines first and then go in and add any details. Feel free to pause the video at any time if you're following along and need to catch up. As our tiger today is a stylized, cartoon-looking fellow, you don't need to worry about getting things that realistic. And this is the sketch layer, so you can be as messy as you like. Once the sketch layer is complete and you are happy with how your tiger looks, we can move on to the line art. So I began by creating a new layer for the line art and then going back and lowering the opacity on the sketch layer. This can be done by double tapping the layer, and on the pop-up menu you will find the opacity bar. You can pull that back and forth to lower the opacity of the layer. For the line art itself, I chose a dark brown colour and I used the predictive stroke tool. This tool really helps with smoothing out my lines. This is of course an optional tool to use. You can find it in the top menu area, and once it's up you can adjust the bar depending on how smooth you want your lines to be. I would recommend you experiment and see what you'd like. For line art generally, I find it best to zoom in when working, to draw slowly, and to keep rotating the canvas so that you're always having a comfortable working angle. Now it's time to give our tiger friend some colour. To start, I duplicated the line art layer. To do this, double tap on the layer and then select the duplicate button. And then once I had both layers duplicated, I went ahead and I locked the top line art layer down so that can't be moved. For the entire colouring process, I will be working in the lower line art layer. Then I went ahead and selected the paint bucket tool. You can find this in the upper menu area. Then I picked a nice orange colour from the colour wheel and then dropped that colour into the areas of the tiger that I want orange. His body, his tail and the outer head area. Then I have a light cream colour for the rest of the body, a light pink for the nose and a dark brown for the stripes. If you have any places that the paint bucket didn't fill, then you can swap over to one of the brushes and colour in the section that way. For the last step here, I'm going to create a very simple little background just to complete the drawing. I'm going to create another layer. I'm going to move that layer below all the others and then create a large rectangle using the shape tool. You can find the shape tool in the upper menu area. Tap it and then you can choose between a line, an oval or a rectangle. I placed the rectangle behind the tiger and then filled that in with the paint bucket tool. I then repeated those same steps but chose the oval shape instead and placed 3 small circles on top of the rectangle. For the background colours, I've picked a teal as it complements the orange of the tiger, and then a light yellow for the 3 circles, and like always I placed the 3 circles on a separate layer. And that completes the tiger. I hope you enjoyed the drawing today. Thank you for watching.